traits where you feel you truly excel. A few traits where I would be needing some improvement is, like I said, is writing up reports and submitting documentation. I would like to kind of know the more of the procedures for that and the correct way to do it. Another few areas that I would like to excel is learning more of the scientific name of species. I have a good concept of the common names, but I would definitely like to learn more of the scientific names. It's something it's important to me, and I like to nerd out on it. So that's what I'd like to sharpen my skills on. Moving on, tell us about a mistake you made at work, how you handled it, and what you learned from it. Good one. So one time we were working in a remote area out near Hamul, and we were going to clear some vegetation, which was probably about 3 to 4 miles from our compound. No cell service, nothing like that. So once we got out there, completed the work, we're getting ready to drive back, and our truck tire is flat. Bummer. So okay, we have a spare. So we get out, take the truck tire off, go to get the spare, and what do you know, the spare's flat. So yeah, it was a big problem. We didn't have cell service, so I walked a little over a mile and a nice warm day to get a hold of some other coworkers. Thankfully, they answered and got us the help we needed, brought us out another tire, and got us out of there. But what I learned from that is being prepared for all situations. Yes, we had water, we had our first aid kits, we had all our equipment to do the work, but I didn't think to check the spare tire's air pressure, which is something that's very important. It kind of got us stranded out there. What if the other coworkers didn't answer? We would have been stuck for a lot longer. So definitely learned from that experience. Now I just make sure we have plug kits, patch kits. If we have a portable air compressor, I try to bring that. And yeah, so I definitely learned my lesson from that, to say the least. Moving on. Are there any species in California of particular interest to you? So, of course, absolutely. Where do I start? No, just kidding. Reptiles are probably my main interest in California. I love herping, going out there searching for reptiles on the rock, just seeing what I can find. There's so many of them, and with California being so diverse, especially San Diego, there's just so many to find and search for. It's just so awesome, and they're just so appealing to me. They're interesting. They have beautiful colors, and yeah, they just do some awesome things. But with that being said, coyotes are still always going to be my favorite animal. The resiliency that they have is just unmatched, and for them to survive and thrive in some of the harshest places and environments is amazing to me, and that's why they're my favorite animal. Number 10, some of the projects that Summit West supports require field staff to stay overnight for a few days or even weeks at a time. Is this something you'd feel comfortable doing? Additionally, do you have any constraints that would prevent you from being away from home for extended periods of work? So, like I said, I do have two small children, and they obviously require a lot. But I do have a very supportive family who's always willing to help us out in any way they can. They know kind of the career field I'm in, so they kind of understand, and yeah, they're always willing to help us with the children. So definitely depends on the length of time that it would be, but yeah, it's definitely a feasible option for me to get away from home. Okay, next question. Traveling, sometimes long distance, is a requirement for this position, and being able to do may increase your likelihood of being scheduled for work. How much do you want to work for us each week, and are you willing to travel to make it happen? So currently, I am looking for a full-time position, but with that being said, I understand that there's no full-time positions available. I'm willing to take the 2 to 3 days per week. That would definitely be ideal. And of course, I'm willing to travel to make that happen as long as it's within the Southern California area. I live in a town called Bonsall, which is just south of Temecula, so I'm pretty close to everything, not far from anything at all. So it's definitely a feasible option for me. Moving on, we often encounter safety concerns in our work, including operating in remote areas with limited or no cell service, dealing with agitated or aggressive individuals or homeowners, encountering dangerous wildlife, and navigating and driving on rugged or uneven terrain. Can you discuss any experience you have working in these type of environments? Additionally, are you comfortable working under these conditions? Yeah, so working with CDFW, we worked in very remote areas, and on occasion we'd encounter people trespassing or illegally hunting on the reserve. So we'd have to educate them on why it's a reserve, why they can't be there, and then politely ask them to leave. Sometimes they become a little agitated. You know, they've been hunting there for 20 years or this, that, and the other. So we would then just call our local law enforcement, which were game wardens, and they would kind of handle the situation from there. But yeah, it's definitely situations I've encountered before, and nothing new. And secondly, and I'm more than comfortable working in remote areas and around potential hazards. That's it. Just comes something that comes with field work, and yeah, that's I'm more than okay with it. Very comfortable with it. I backpack a lot, and I backpack solo most of the time. I've done a couple 100 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail, so definitely been around a hazard too. And yeah, no issues here. Last question: what makes me unique? So, what makes me unique is my ambition and passion. I'm willing to work in the hottest deserts or the coldest tundras to do whatever I need to do to gain experience and provide opportunities for myself. Resource conservation is not just a career for me, it's something I'm willing to dedicate my life to. And I'm sure, like most of you, you guys have worked really hard to get where you're at, and I'm willing to do the same. I'm willing to put in the hours, I'm willing to get my hands dirty, and just willing to do what I have to do. I can't say it enough, but I'm ready to work, and I think that makes me stick out. So, and I hope so. Well, I hope I answered all my questions to the best of my ability. I hope I didn't bore you or confuse anyone too much. But again, my name is Matthew Raster, and yeah, good luck on your decision, and hope to hear from you soon.